took Irian for my first trade of the week. Quite a nice rollover setup. Some scattered levels below, but I think the biggest one was only at 55.55, so did have a nice room until then, and after that it just didn't really matter. And it weren't like the type of scattered levels that would worry me a lot because, as I said, not quite nearby, and also not that many of them. Just like one, two. Third is just a big ass fake break. I'm guessing even a misprint. I'm not quite sure. But yeah. So overall, quite a nice extension. Like Iron's been running for a long time without any clear pullback. We've put in a nice top, bit head and shoulders ish. Although the right side is not quite as elaborate as the left. We've got a very nice lineup to break this on the 5 and the 15. So that's pretty clean. Breakdown wasn't so nice. We've been slowly sinking here. Bit of a range-ish action and then a breakdown. So I took that with a stop loss, I think around here somewhere. I think here. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, threw some wicks here and I tried to add on a breakdown, but it was not a good ad at all. I would have liked to see a very nice clean wick upwards and then a breakdown of pre-market low. That would have been a right ad opportunity. Anyway, so that stopped me out for half an hour, and then it did just what I wanted it to do, and I entered on the breakdown. I put my stop a bit above these levels, above the breakdown level, and then just wanted to let it ride, but put in this low, then a fake break, then a double bottom, and then a higher low. And I wasn't even around for the higher low. I think this was just enough for me with the declining volume on the second attempt. First attempt was real nice, increasing volume on the drop, then lowering volume on the rebound, but then even further lowering volume on the second decline attempt or the third, counting this first one. So I was like, okay, I don't want to be here around for this, so I cut it. But I'm perfectly fine with that cut. I'm not quite sure I would have been stopped out. I think I would have. Yeah, I would have here. So, yeah. I think good trade, but unlucky. I got a bit more unlucky here. SMR liked this very nice upward trend line. And we've just fake broken this guy and now are dropping fast. Just reverse ABC on 60, very nice, already under the upward trend line in pre-market. Very nice lining up to it on the 5-minute. Nice little range here. Reverse ABCD, close to the level. Very nice range-ish action, tight range-ish action here. Fake break and then a dump. I love these, and I even entered stop loss above the breakdown candle's high. Unfortunately, I did not get a fill, and it just ran away from me. Didn't want to ruin my risk reward that much. So yeah, a bit unlucky there. Then I had GM versus full year adjusted profit forecast, so had like pretty good earnings. Gapped up large, gapped up out of these guys here. Still had the singular wick to take care of, which was I think 67.21, if I'm correct, or somewhere around here. Yeah. So I was like, okay, if we're above that with a 3-bar play with a candle in the upper quartile, then that is just perfect 60-minute. So it's looking really nice, but from the 60-minute I can just kind of tell that it's not going to be a clean trade or intraday. That being said, the daily was still super nice, 60 still super nice. Everything was nice. Wig back into this guy before I took the trade. Although I don't pay that much attention to it when we're like this. Anyways, I took a half-hour trade because I didn't like the pre-market, but I thought that maybe we would start going. Put a stop loss below this very nice area on the 5, on the 15. You can see it even comes back to here with this guy. Which I got lucky with because I was just looking at pre-market and didn't notice how clean the level was. Anyways, got a retest. Could have even entered after this, although I'm not the biggest fan because of this fake break first. Anyways, started going, didn't really catch on fire volume-wise, and it just failed. So after that, I think I just started moving my stop loss up with the 5-minute 9 EMA. Just didn't really want to get into something like this. Last one is Lumen. So this was a trade I butchered a bit. So quite nice ABCD continuation, gap up out of this guy or into that guy, and hopefully out of. Nice higher volume yesterday, which I really loved. Bit of an uptrending channel. Day 1 breakout. This is day 2. Not expecting a whole lot, but still I thought that maybe for a small continuation it could be alright. 60 minute using second CC here, but it does have a bit of an extension feel to it. So that's that 50-minute first candle, although quite extended for that first candle. 5-minute basically second candle, not extended at all. First entry I was a bit early on that, or sorry, a bit extended on that, but it definitely wasn't a big violation. Half an hour trade. Yeah, I'm not the happiest with it, nor am I the happiest with this guy. I think this was not cool. We haven't set a new high, we've basically set a double bottom, and we've been setting so I knew that it was gonna form a pennant because we had a high, low, lower, high, higher, low, and I was just okay, but I'm a bit more long biased, so I'm gonna start building my position with half an hour. Stop was here, and if it breaks I'm gonna add another half hour. I don't think that this setup was this setup deserved a full hour here, but yeah, so that was a big mistake. First one is this bit of an overextension kind of thing here, a bit of an insufficient confirmation type of stuff. Yeah, really not happy with it, just on the verge of calling it a blunder, but I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't place the trade again, but I don't think it's a straight up blunder at all. Then I have some test plug, yeah, another rollover setup on the same day as I had iron. Not the cleanest, not a pretty great level, not a pretty great, oh no, yeah, I was misreading the level, so this is a pretty great level actually, same scattered type of shit, but only 2 levels here. Didn't like that it already retraced so much with this range. And yeah, I just couldn't really catch it along with iron. Then I have ACHR, this is very nice. Again, retracing quite a lot, but I love the fake break here, fake break of this entire range, so maybe we could run it back down to the bottom. And then we break down from this range, we still have a bit of less significant point of failure considering this range that we need to take care of, but I thought that that would be a really great target there. In hindsight, of course, the level is just A+, even with this little touch up here. From the bottom, so that's very nice. 15-minute, a full candle, then an IC, and then we're going for the breakdown. I'm playing basically first, second CC, definitely not extended at all. 5 minutes, coming back to the 9, also very clean, resetting. Not the biggest pullback, but definitely sufficient considering the breakout. Then 1 minute is just the cleanest one of the lower time frames of all. Very nice, could have gone for the breakout, a bit messed up, risk to reward, a bit more messed up. I'm not quite sure I have the 2-to-1 there, but on the retest, very nice tiny range formed, could have entered here or maybe even here on the lot break if I wanted to. Stop is very clear, very nice MA respect, and I would have gone all out at my target on the daily. So this is just a stock that I'm sad that I missed. ACH are not really worth discussing. SMR, this is the one that I didn't get a fill on, and why. Also not worth discussing that much. A bit downward pennant, got quite tight, but didn't really have, like, if I look at the 60-minute, we had quite nice volume, but definitely not outstanding, maybe higher than a few of these guys on average. It just had like 130% ARVL, or 40, I don't know, in today, and I just don't really want to play breakouts on that kind of ARVL. So yeah, that was the week.